Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Kody Brown's treatment of Candid host Sukanya Krishnan has angered Sister Wives viewers. Even though viewers have long hated Sukanya, they are now calling for a male host to take over. What, then, is the main issue that has emerged since part 1? For further information, continue reading. Sister Wives fans are furious about Kody abusing Suki. Even at the tell-alls, Kody Brown never accepts responsibility for his acts. Fans of Sister Wives have seen him sidestep inquiries and place the blame on others rather than himself. Because she consistently overlooks Kody and Robin Brown, host Sukanya Krishnan has not been a favorite among viewers. When asked too many questions, Robin either breaks down or cries, and they never respond to anything the audience wants to know. At the same time, when Kody does not like what is being requested of him, he gets angry. He has previously criticized Sukanya, and by season 19, he has gotten much worse. Robin chose not to respond to the question in the first portion of the tell-all. Kody was no better at the same time, yelling at Sukanya and ignoring her all the time. Observing Sukanya's shouts and even his stance, a fan questioned why he was permitted to abuse him. They also asked why he was not informed by production that he needed to relax. Lastly, the fan questioned why a female host was selected given that Kody has no regard for women. Would Kody be shouting and mistreating a male interviewer, in your opinion? We want a male host now, so let's see how Mr. Rage Monster is. His shouts at Suki and his rage are frightening. Tamron Hall, a former cast member of Sister Wives, never gave Kody and Robin a pass. Her handling of the pair was well received by viewers who hoped she would return. Sukanya Krishnan is incapable of doing that. Given that Kody Brown is constantly irate, would a male presenter be more capable of managing him, or is it irrelevant? The key is respect. Fans of Sister Wives felt that a respect clause should be put in place because they did not like Kody Brown's actions. They felt that before the tell-all even started, he should be instructed on how to behave. No matter how he feels, he needs to control his emotions to avoid becoming cruel. Gender does not even appear to be the problem. Why don't they mandate that he treat the interviewer with deference, regardless of gender? Gender switching isn't the problem here, in my opinion. I believe they maintain her only to demonstrate his hatred of women. To be honest, it wasn't shouting. However, the creators most likely thought jackpot. TLC is allowing him to continue because, as viewers, we find it hilarious that he is completely embarrassing himself. If production agrees with the notion of letting Kody make a Jacka*S of himself, I do wonder. He acts so shady and disgusting during his interview, but wow, Kody looks awful. It is thought that Sukanya Krishnan will treat Kody Brown even harsher this time. She has to change because she probably realized how poorly she had been treated in the past. Do you think having a male host would change anything, or is it irrelevant? Please watch Sister Wives Sundays on TLC and share your opinions with us. Kody Brown of Sister Wives drew flack for his viewpoint as he described the many ways that men and mothers show their love for their kids. In the early 1990s, Kody married Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown in an attempt to establish a polygamous family. Kody had 13 children over the years. 1 with Mary, 6 with Christine, and 6 with Janelle. Prior to Robin Brown's arrival, he was regarded as the Brown family's loyal patriarch. The Sister Spouses season 19 star neglected his obligations to his other family, with his first 3 spouses, as his attention was drawn to Robin. In an email to a Sister Wives fan that was uploaded by @Sucker4Reality, Kody acknowledged that he was envious of mothers who love their kids without conditions, but males are frequently expected to provide tough love. He said, "They listen instead of trying to fix the problems like dads do." Many fans, however, took exception with his statement and attacked him in the comments section. Between 2021 and 2023, Kody was in a monogamous relationship with Robin after Mary, Janelle, and Christine split from him. Following the split, Kody began to turn away from his kids. He wanted an apology from his adult children, whom he felt did not respect Robin. His children's relationship further soured when they refused to apologize. Kody hardly ever spoke to his kids, and the family stopped spending Christmas together. While some of his children didn't even get a call from him on their birthdays, he lavished Robin's kids with gifts and affection. Kody's recent remarks have widened the emotional gap between him and his grown children. By arguing that mothers have an inborn, unconditional love for their children while fathers must develop it, he appeared to be trying to defend his lack of intimacy with them. He seems to be avoiding accountability by portraying fatherhood as inherently less caring. Regretfully, his comments will only cause his children and himself to grow more emotionally distant. Although Kody is likely aware that his children will not approve of his contentious remarks, he no longer appears to be interested in making amends. Kody is frequently viewed as the antagonist on Sister Wives, and his recent comments might have further tarnished his reputation. He was chastised by several Sister Wives watchers for reinforcing negative gender stereotypes. They also talked about their own fathers, who were equally as caring as their moms. Kody probably tried to use antiquated ideas about parenting to defend his lack of emotional ties to his older children. Fans of Sister Wives may have good reason to criticize Kody for ignoring fathers who are constantly there for their kids emotionally. Kody Brown, star of Sister Wives, just put on his make-believe cape and went into full-on superhero fantasy mode. He recently discussed how, despite being the family's Batman, he has been vilified throughout time. The celebrity seems to think that he is not the antagonist of this family drama, rather, the story has villainized him. But that's not all. Regarding the narrative that has been developed over the past few decades, Kody has a lot to say. His goal is to get viewers to view things in a different way. Is this accurate? What is the point of this? How did he do it? Learn some startling facts regarding this debate by continuing to read Sister Wives, a comprehensive overview of Kody's storyline throughout time. Since Season 1, Kody Brown has been viewed by Sister Wives viewers who have leveled numerous claims against him. According to his detractors, he is a narcissist who doesn't care about his family and just considers himself. Allegations of favoritism against Robin and his children with her have also been made against the celebrity. Because of his past marriages, Kody has been criticized for being conceited, a prideful polygamist, and incapable of managing 4 marriages. He maintained his ego above his children and apparently didn't even have a cordial relationship with them. His audience obviously didn't like all of this, and they now have a story for him. Kody, a sister wife, likens himself to Batman. Why? Kody Brown discussed being Batman with Sukanya Krishnan on a recent Sister Wives episode. He asserted that Batman Returns is the film that best captures him and his life. If you don't die the hero, you live long enough to become the villain, the celebrity continued. The host then inquired as to whether Kody ever thought of himself as the franchise's villain. After giving it some thought, Kody observed that, in his situation, it was more about being villainized than it was about being the villain. He clarified that the purpose is always to make fun of someone who has no filter and whose mouth flows freely, since he doesn't hold anything back. Kody even asserted that he finds it difficult to take responsibility for statements he made in a passionate moment. It's like you find higher love, and then everyone just slaps you down for it, Kody continued. He clarified that the divine nature of his relationship with Robin caused problems. Because of all the criticism he got, he made it apparent that he was truly sick. Kody acknowledged his deep love for Robin and his desire for harmony in their partnership. They didn't join him, despite Kody's claims that he wanted to elevate his relationships with other women. Christine, Mary, and Janelle, however, pointed out that Kody was lying and weren't prepared to accept these assertions. All of this demonstrated that Kody is not in a position where he believes he is to blame. What are your thoughts? Please share your thoughts in the comments area. Janelle Brown admits that her decision to marry Kody Brown in 1993 was impacted by their intense romance. Compared to the rest of us, Robin, Brown, and Kody had a very long courtship. Janelle, 56, discloses in a lengthy Sister Wives preview. Part 2 of the one-on-one special, which was shown on Sunday, May 25th, will air on Sunday, June 1st. In the video, she admits, "To be honest, I'm not sure I would have married Kody if we had a year together." In 1993, 3 years after Kody's civil marriage to his first wife, Mary Brown, Janelle and Kody 56, became spiritually united. In 1994, Christine Brown became a member of the multiple family. The majority of Kody's children were born prior to Robin, 46, starting to pursue him in 2009. He had 6 children with Janelle and Christine, and 1 with Mary. In March 2024, at the age of 25, Garrison, the middle son of Kody and Janelle, committed suicide. After nearly a year of romance, Robin and Kody were spiritually married in 2010, but their union was formally recognized in 2014, allowing Kody to lawfully adopt Robin's 3 children from a previous marriage. Later, they became parents to 2 children of their own. After the formal divorce, Kody and Mary, 54, continued to be spiritually married, but less than 10 years later, their family disintegrated. Kody and 53-year-old Christine parted ways in November 2021, and Janelle did the same in December 2022. In January 2023, Mary formally announced her split. Fans have witnessed each ex-wife's progress without Kody and his continued relationship with Robin during season 19. Janelle and Kody discussed their breakup on the first episode of the Sister Wives one-on-one special. Whatever went wrong between us made me angrier and angrier until I finally said, "Yeah, I'm done." In the Sunday program, Kody stated, "And she was too." Janelle, on the other hand, responded to Kody's earlier assertion that she likes to play and has a card that says victim on it. She retorted, "I'm definitely not playing the victim just because I want my boundaries, emotions, and feelings respected. That doesn't seem like victimization to me." Janelle questioned whether Kody's loyalty to Robin had clouded his judgment or whether his ego was forcing him to speak poorly of her. "They're both culpable for their actions," she said, adding that Kody is running interference so hard for Robin and trying to take the fall so that Robin doesn't get any blame. "They have both, in my opinion, done things that we have all done." Janelle clarified that even if Kody no longer abides by their church's rules, he is a failure as far as what's expected of a man who enters into plural marriage, suggesting that if it's not the Robin factor, it might be his ego. Janelle alluded to her further thoughts on Kody and Robin's relationship in the June 1st episode teaser. "This is just gospel according to Janelle," she said in jest, adding, "I think in a lot of ways he's made himself even more villainous, I guess to kind of take away some of the blame from her." In the teaser, Christine concurred with Janelle's assessment of their shared ex-husband, stating, "As a polygamist in this world, if you've got a guy who 3 of his wives leave, it's a problem with a man." Additionally, Christine blamed Kody for their polygamous family's demise. "You have to look in the mirror. It was you who brought this era to an end." She joked, "You picked favorites," alluding to Robin. The Sister Wives Tell-All was supposed to be a space for truth, reflection, and healing, but instead, it turned into an arena where fans witnessed what many are now calling a disturbing pattern of emotional manipulation and subtle verbal abuse, particularly directed at longtime host Sukanya, Suki Krishnan. As Kody Brown sat on that stark couch, arms crossed, face flushed with frustration and self-pity, the mask slipped time and time again, not just in how he responded to his ex-wives, but in the hostile, dismissive, and even passive-aggressive behavior he exhibited towards Suki. What started as uncomfortable moments quickly snowballed into a wave of outrage across social media as Sister Wives fans accused Kody of bullying the host, gaslighting her with a smile, and treating her with a level of condescension and intimidation that shocked even longtime viewers of the franchise. Now, calls are growing louder with a specific demand. Bring in a male host who can hold Kody accountable, someone he won't bulldoze, belittle, or attempt to out-alpha. Because let's face it, this was not the first time Kody has tried to control the narrative by steamrolling over Suki, but it was definitely the most blatant. The 2025 tell-all started with a promising tone, raw interviews, tough questions, and the possibility of emotional closure. Suki, ever the composed journalist, tried to ask balanced, respectful questions. But almost instantly, Kody turned combative, challenging her phrasing, smirking when she pressed him, and refusing to answer with honesty or vulnerability. In one standout moment that left fans fuming, Kody twisted one of her questions, about his favoritism toward Robin, into an accusation, turning it back on Suki by saying things like, "You always ask questions like that," or "You're trying to trap me." It wasn't just deflection, it was a calculated power play, the kind you see when someone is uncomfortable with accountability and tries to redirect attention by undermining the questioner. It was textbook manipulation, and the audience saw it. The Reddit threads exploded. Twitter was ablaze with hashtags like #ProtectSuki and #KodyIsTheProblem, with users pointing out how eerily familiar Kody's behavior towards Suki was to how he spoke to Christine, Janelle, and Mary during their lowest points. But this time, it wasn't just a wife on the receiving end. It was a seasoned professional trying to moderate a televised discussion. The consensus? If this is how he acts on camera, what does he act like off camera? Fans were deeply disturbed by how often Kody interrupted, mocked, or outright dismissed Suki. He would twist his mouth in contempt, raise his eyebrows in exaggerated disbelief, and let out sarcastic laughs when she brought up specific criticisms fans had made of him. And instead of responding with empathy or accountability, he acted like he was the smartest person in the room, cutting her off mid-sentence or accusing her of bias. And through it all, Suki tried to maintain grace and professionalism, but the strain was visible. Her body language tightened as he lashed out, her voice would tremble with frustration as she tried to recenter the discussion, and at times, she looked genuinely taken aback by the brazen disrespect she was receiving for simply doing her job. The difference in how he spoke to Suki versus how he responded to male producers off-camera in past specials became even more glaring in this context. Fans took notice. And they weren't having it. Many began openly questioning whether a male host would have been treated with more respect. Would Kody have tried to outmaneuver Anderson Cooper, say? Or Dr. Phil? Or someone who wouldn't blink at Kody's chest thumping? The sad reality is that Kody seems to only respect people who challenge him with authority he recognizes as superior to his own. And for him, that often means men, particularly men who talk like he does. Confident, assertive, and unwilling to back down. While Suki asked intelligent, compassionate, and necessary questions, Kody saw them as threats, and many fans believe that's because he couldn't control the narrative with charm or intimidation, so he lashed out instead. The internet's response was immediate and ferocious. Fans shared time-stamped clips of Kody's worst outbursts and tone shifts toward Suki. Side-by-side comparisons were drawn between how calmly he answered questions from male journalists in past specials versus his hostile demeanor with Suki. Petitions were launched calling for TLC to replace the host, not because Suki did anything wrong, but because Kody's behavior is unacceptable and should no longer be tolerated or platformed without consequences. Some viewers even argued that Kody should be removed from future tell-alls entirely unless he agrees to sit down with a mental health professional or a therapist who can cut through his layers of denial. But the most dominant demand? Bring in a male host who won't let Kody dominate the space. Some names thrown into the ring include Sean Robinson from 90 Day Fiancé tell-all fame, who is known for pushing back, or even a rotating panel that includes a neutral male presence who won't be cowed by Kody's bravado. While many fans don't want to see Suki ousted, they love her grace and intelligence. There's a growing realization that Kody uses her as a scapegoat, treating her as yet another woman he can override to paint himself as the victim. Viewers are done watching that dynamic play out. They want real accountability, and they fear Suki can't deliver that alone when she's constantly being berated, interrupted, and emotionally bulldozed. The deeper concern here is what this means for sister wives moving forward. If TLC allows Kody to continue behaving like this with no consequences, what message does that send? That abusive behavior is ratings gold? That gaslighting and public disrespect are acceptable if the numbers stay high? Fans are increasingly fed up with TLC enabling Kody's antics, and the Suki incident might be the final straw. Because while wives can choose to walk away, and 3 of them have, Suki doesn't have that same luxury on a live set. She deserves protection. She deserves respect. And most importantly, she deserves backup. Whether that comes in the form of a male co-host, a therapist-led tell-all, or Kody's outright removal from future specials, something has to change. The fans are speaking loud and clear, and if TLC doesn't listen, they risk alienating the very audience that made Sister Wives a cultural phenomenon. Kody Brown may be the self-declared head of his family, but he is not the boss of the stage, and it's time someone sat across from him who could remind him of that. Until then, fans will keep demanding better. Better treatment for Suki, better accountability for Kody, and a better platform for the women whose stories still deserve to be told without being hijacked by the loudest man in the room.